Great, everybody. I'm reading Dr. Claude Anderson's book, Powernomics. I am. It's nice. A happy resurrection to you. Welcome to MD Ready. And by the way, am I cooking on the grill? I am as well. So, check this out. Today we're going to be discussing why you should. What's your first firearm should actually be. Now I know I did a video on first pistols, but I actually want to talk to you guys about what I personally believe your first firearm should be. Some people may agree, some people may disagree. Do me a favor, in the comment section below, type down what your first firearm actually was, or what you think a person's first firearm should be. But, you know, you guys probably guessed it. It's kind of peeking around the corner in the background. It's the Ruger 1022. So, mine is the one with the threatening stock, the evil stock, as the anti-gun people would say. And it is clear. No magazine in there. The magazine's actually here. A little 10-round box magazine. So, a couple things I like about this particular one. This is takedown model. 1022 takedown. Sticker in the backpack. It is a 22. Now, some people may say, well, hey, that's awesome, blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't think I want to go with that. I want to go with a bigger caliber. Well, you should go with a bigger caliber. Just not right now. Let me tell you why. Listen to me for a second. Now, the reason that I personally believe you should go with the Ruger 1022 is because firearm is cheap. 22 caliber ammo is cheap. And you can get a lot of practice in. Because my first firearm was a 9mm. 9mm is not ridiculously pricey. No, I'm sorry, excuse me. It was a 40 cal. 40 cal is pricey. So, you know, it may cause a person to not go to the range and shoot as much like they really should. So, honestly, you may not want to have it as a home defense firearm. Which, hey, look, out of a 16-inch barrel, you know, 1022 is not 1022. 22 LR is moving approximately what, between 1,200 to 1,600 feet per second. I personally don't buy the hypervelocity ammo like the Stinger because it's not all that accurate. I use mini mags. I love CCI mini mags. It's not too expensive, but it's higher quality than something such as the bulk pack ammo. That Blazer, is it Blazer? What is that? I can't think of the name of it. One of my friends run around back there if you hit a deer moving around, but don't worry about that. He's good. So, but in any event, that ammo, you can buy thousands of 22 LR ammo for pennies on the dollar. So I'm going to give you an example. I personally like CCI Mini Mag, right? I can purchase 100 rounds of CCI Mini Mag, not on sale, for between $7 to $8 for 100 rounds, okay? So typically you'll get 22 from anywhere. I've seen it as low as 6 to 10 cents a round for the higher quality, like a Gula and all other stuff, right? But I like CCI mini mags because my first 22 was a M&P 1522. Awesome firearm. It's finicky with ammo. It prefers the higher velocity ammo, the higher quality ammo that's not super dirty. But this firearm right here, this thing can eat up anything. You know, only thing I haven't shot out of it is like the snake shot stuff. But again, going back into it, it's a very modular firearm. To me, I look at it as the Honda Civics of firearms. So you can do anything to them. I've seen people replace the stocks, put folding, collapsible stocks on them, and make them look all hyped up. Even seen people do like the AR-15 look conversion, right? I don't need all that. Now, most 1022s can be purchased for, you know, 150 to 200 bucks. Dick's typically has them for, come on, a little over $200. But you can catch them on sale for like 207, 190 bucks. For the wood stock. Now, this particular takedown model comes in a bag. I didn't bring the bag upstairs with me, but it comes with a bag. You can break it down, put in a little fancy Ruger bag. It has some, you know, Molly attachment points on there. And this one's about between $350 to $375. I have the one with the threaded barrel, half by 28. The one that you typically find in the Maryland marketplace is going to be the one with the stainless barrel, and I do not believe it is threaded. It may be threaded. Don't quote me on that one. But you get a good set of iron sights. The rear folds down. It's lightweight, you know, so for somebody learning how to shoot this, like, you know, 6, 7 years old, it's perfect for them. The 1022 is perfect. It's not too heavy, and it feels like an actual rifle. It doesn't feel like funky, right? It doesn't feel fake. It feels like an actual rifle. So training somebody that's young on it is not loud. It's pretty quiet. especially if you're shooting, which I tend to also buy, is standard velocity, 1,050 feet per second rounds from CCI, the lead nose versus copper. So those mini mags are copper plated and they're hollow point. But I also like to buy the lead nose because they're quiet. They're quieter than the 1,200 feet per second mini mags, and they have a coating on them that seems not to foul up your firearm so much, because the brass, you're not going to have much fouling, but with the lead, you're probably going to get some fouling in your barrel. So another thing, magazines. Check this out. You can usually get the the BX25. I personally prefer to get the BX25x2. Okay, so it's 25 rounds on each side. Slide of shooting again, right? Go to the range, pre-prep, you're good to go. It's my neighbor, and yeah. But it comes with this little 10-round magazine, and I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that the reason they call it 1022 is because it came with a 10-round magazine, boxing magazine, and it's a 22 rifle. So, personally, if I were to do it all over again, I would have purchased a 1022. Now, what am I holding right now? Currently, I have my SD40 BE, and currently packing. But guys, long story short, if you're looking to get your first firearm, I know I did a video on the first pistols, but if you're looking to get your very, very, very first firearm, get a 22. You may not want a 1022. That's my suggestion. You may want to get the M&P 1522 like I did. I love it, but it's kind of a diva. You know, it's really sensitive when it comes to ammo. It likes the higher velocity, the higher quality 22, which is fine. The highest of the highest quality 22 LR is going to be cheaper than freaking 9mm, right? So it doesn't really matter in that perspective. But I look at it as if you just want to get something where you're going to get a lot of shooting in. You know, your gun may not make a lot of noise like everybody else's, but guess what? If you're putting hundreds, thousands of rounds through it, you're going to be proficient, especially if you got proper training, getting proper training, and you're consistently on that trigger, than somebody who goes to the shooting range once a month with their Beretta 9mm carbine, or somebody who has a 5.56 who they may not be able to spend the money to get the ammo to shoot regularly like they should. But you got to think about it. Ammo, gun, range costs. Ammo, gun, range costs. And if you have your own land, then just the initial purchase of the firearm and the ammo. So, all in all, guys, make sure you get a 22. I'm not encouraging you to defend your home and your life with a 22 LR, but it's better than a pocket full of rocks. So, if you need to, I would prefer to have that than nothing if you get a bump in the night. Because if you got some of these, I'm just saying, not only can they take down small game, like I love groundhog, squirrel, you can shoot a deer in the head. I don't not encourage you to do that. But if somebody comes in and you take this magazine and they don't stop on the first shot or two, and you let loose like 10 or 15 rounds of this into somebody that's trying to kill you with a knife, trying to cut your head off and rape your family or whatever it is, I got a feeling that'll do them better than you having to put hands on them and get even that close to them. So all in all, guys, please make sure you have a happy resurrection. God bless you guys. Take care. Deuces. Make sure. Oh, by the way, don't drink and drive. And please make sure you like, share, and subscribe.